Oh, what's up? How y'all been? Okay. So, anybody else get as inspired by the Superman movie as I did? Because I got inspired to come back and do videos for sure. And what better way to come back and do videos than to pull out your DC action figures and show them off? But also, I forgot that I was supposed to do this video a while back. But ever since my, you know, once you're grieving and everything, you don't really think about what you're planning and everything. You just sad. But anyway, so I figured, seeing that I saw the Superman movie finally, don't judge me as to why it took so long to watch it, but just know that I finally watched it. Also saw Fantastic Four. Also saw Jurassic World Rebirth. All great movies, and I just had to make a video. And what better way than to show my top 10 heroes of DC? Jesus, I was about to say Marvel. I realized finding these figures how much Marvel content I really have, but my heart. Let me put a little backstory to me. I used to always watch Batman the Animated Series and Superman the Animated Series when it came out. Used to love those shows. Oh my goodness, you couldn't get me away from them. But like that led into the Justice League. Oh man, Justice League and Justice League Unlimited was just like, mwah. I every time it came onto the screen, and Teen Titans as well. I used to just always, and I mean always, every time that little theme song come on, then there's trouble, you know who to call. Teen Titans. I was glued to that screen, quick as hell, never missed a beat. So, what better way? Look at that. I got me a Starfire. Look at that. Look at how beautiful. Yeah. Anyway, that's not the point. We're here to say which ones are my top 10 heroes of DC. Since I already did one for Marvel, and seeing that I have a whole plate full of figures, as you can see. Yeah, see? Yep. I'm putting it back down. Wait, hold on. Oh, well, I could have done better, but yeah. So, let's just get right into it. Started in at number 10, by no one's surprise, it's Aquaman. Okay? Aquaman, to me, is pretty cool. Ocean dweller, Dennison. See, I'm up here quoting Namor now. Anybody else playing Marvel Rivals heavy like I have? Can't get out of Plat too, for some reason. But anyway, uh, I just like the concept of Aquaman, and he's like one of the top, tough characters in DC. Not fully top, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying like, he's pretty cool. He's, you know, I really like Ace Vance interpretation of him though, where he's just a guy that likes water. I really enjoy that. Shout out to Ace Vane for continuing with the laughs and stuff. But anyway, yeah, I always like the concept of Aquaman. Just a guy that thought he was just a regular guy. Turns out he's like a whole destined prince for forgotten nation called Atlantis. Becomes king and has all types of adventures and protection and fights and stuff. And yeah, I can't go wrong with Aquaman. Love the movies. Glad that Jason Momoa is finally getting out of those movies so he can focus on what he really wants to do, which is Lobo, which I think fits him perfectly. But anyway, back to the next person at hand. You already know it. It's Green Arrow. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. He's only on my list because of the Arrow show. I won't lie to you. He was maybe, I would say, Martian Manhunter had his place before, but like that's not here nor there. This is my list. Don't judge. But like Green Arrow in the concept, even though the CW it was more so like their version of Batman without saying that he's Batman. But like I like the concept of Green Arrow. Like, he's pretty much like Hawkeye in a sense. Like, oh, I'm a master marksman with a bow and arrow, taking on bad guys, big or small. I mean, he's no different than Batman besides just the bow and arrow, really. But yeah. So anyway, up to our next person. Hmm. I guess you could say it would be Martian Manhunter. Like, I really enjoyed him and the blah blah word tide. Got to forget what my doggone words are saying, but I really enjoyed him as one of like the main focus points of the Justice League. Like, he's like always like the integral part of the Justice League, always asking the questions, and always, he may be the saddest one, but like he's one of the toughest, up there with Superman and Icon and all them. Like, you can't go wrong with a Green Lantern. A Green Lantern. Oh my gosh, that's disrespectful to him. Martian Manhunter. I just said he was Green Lantern because he was green. Help me, Lord. All right. Next up, I'd have to say Cyborg. I'm not gonna lie. Like, every time he showed up, I know somebody's probably like, "Great, you really put Martian Manhunter underneath Cyborg?" Hey, this is my list. Don't worry about where they rank fully. They all strong in their own aspects, but this is my list and nostalgia to me. And I really enjoy Cyborg and all he does. And like, come on, Booyah! I said Booyah every time. every no, I don't. I don't say Booyah at all. But it's catchy. You wanna say Booyah? You know what I'm saying? I might start putting that into my repertoire. Just Booyah. But anyway, next up definitely is the Flash, and I mean, come on, a guy that runs fast but makes it look cool at the same time. I mean, you've seen Justice League. I mean, come on. Wally West as the Flash was pretty cool, but Barry Allen, let's be honest, is the best Flash. He may not be the fastest, but he's the most creative with his powers. He'll figure out how to get out of a jam even without super speed. And that's what I like about his character, is that he's not just reliant on just speed. Not to say that Wally is all that too, but I mean, in a sense, he kind of is. But I can't. I mean, who doesn't love the Flash? I mean, it's like it'd be weird if you didn't. Not to say that I'm judging, just saying that I'm judging. As I said, not you to judge, but yeah. We already know. But anyway, next one up. No surprise to no one. It is John Stewart, Green Lantern, and I'm not gonna lie. Uh, Nathan Fillion as Guy was just perfect. Perfect cast. I was skeptical at first, but I am here for it. Now, the other hand, we all know John Stewart is black, not light skinned black. Not to say that it's wrong. I'm just saying that he's always been depicted as my shade. You know what I'm saying? So I was kind of disappointed that old buddy was casted, but I have to see it. I have to see it. I'm gonna hold my judgment until we see it. But at the time, right now, this is my John Stewart. Not to be controversial or nothing. I'm just saying this is who I see as John Stewart. So yeah, I don't even know what number we're on, but we're gonna keep going. Don't worry about me. Now, no one's surprised by this. This was really my childhood. Like, oh, imagine this. It's Saturday night. You thinking everything's about to go on. Tsunami's playing. All of a sudden, you hear the intro music. Maybe I'll play the intro just a little bit while I'm sitting right here. And you just sitting there and you just like, hold on, wait. And you just see this come on. And this guy right here was literally like, I like Batman, but Batman Beyond, that he is, to me, he is cooler than any other hero that I showed so far to me. Because a futuristic setting and a young Terry McGinnis trying to figure out how to be Batman, chef's kiss. 10 out of 10. Recommend every time. I'll to this day, if an episode came on, I would literally sit there and be like, Oh, hold on. Let me sit down for this. This is a good episode right here. And then continue just to watch. Like the art style and just the storytelling. Just, we'll never have something like that. I'm probably going to put my kids on that. That's how good it is, you know? But, uh, shoot. You guys been counting? Because I have not been counting. But anyway, next up, to no one's surprise, is the man himself, Man of Steel himself, Superman. Now I know y'all probably like, why is Superman so low if you enjoyed the movie? This and third, because I couldn't really have. I mean, I like Superman. I enjoy Superman for who he is and how who he stands for and everything. I think I just like grittier, more darker characters. I guess you could say, or I think Batman the Animated Series got to me first. To be fair, so you know, every time he came on, of course I'd watch it. I was like, oh yeah, but like that was if Batman the Animated Series or Batman Beyond reruns weren't showing, or Teen Titans. And most of the time we had Able, not cable. So sometimes I missed, seeing Superman the Animated Series because I'd either be sleeping in or I'd be having to clean up instead. But anyway, reminiscing and all that, But coming in at number, I think we're at two. Are we at two? I don't know. I'm just showing y'all my figures at this point. We got Wonder Woman. Yeah, look at her. Look at her. Look at her beauty. Look at her brawn. I just love me a good Wonder Woman. Now Gal Gadot did her thing for what it was for the Snyder universe. I'll give her that. But like, I think they were trying to say some other actress was trying to play her, and I'm here for it. We desperately need a good Wonder Woman, especially to go alongside this Superman that I just saw here. Oh yeah, we definitely need a good Wonder Woman, a good Batman, a good Justice League, not a Justice Gang. You know what I'm saying? No, sorry if anybody hasn't seen the movie yet. No spoilers for that. But I really enjoy Wonder Woman comics. Wonder Woman, I got her coloring books. I got it all. Like, you can't go wrong with Wonder Woman in my opinion. Like, her stories are great. Her fight, she's like one of the top combatants in DC in my opinion. Like every time she comes up ready to scrap, I'm sitting here like, oh well, you know what's about to happen here, and I just sit there and watch because you already know you're in for a ride when it comes to Wonder Woman. And then finally, to no one's surprise, we got Batman as the final person. As there is something on his cake, but we're not gonna worry about that. But as you all know, as I've said, Batman the Animated Series was awesome. Made me get into comics and everything because they used to have the little comics of the Batman adventures and all that. And then, like, that made me want to go into deeper into comics, which made me fall in love with his you know, teammates like Red Hood. Like, I know that was like so horrible to be like, yeah, my favorite character is Batman. Anyway, let's think about Red Hood for a second. And so I just here recently I reread the Batman uh, Under the Red Hood comic, and like still hits, still nostalgic, still awesome, to the point where I was just like, man, like I've read all his comics so far, especially the Red Hood and the Outlaws, and even the webtoon. Like I really enjoy this character. Everybody knows, and if you don't know, just second Robin to Batman, stole the Batmobiles, uh, what's it called, wheels. Then Batman took him in. He started, being Robin. Then he started, getting a little bit more violent, which honestly, come on. He had to show his own path, which he was seeing that some things weren't working with Batman's rules, so he was trying to, make sure people permanently got what they deserve. And, to this day, they still clash or whatever, and, you know, don't see eye to eye, but you know, they're still family. You know what I'm saying? So, and I had a Nightwing. I thought I brought Nightwing over here too, but apparently I did not. But also, I also enjoyed Nightwing too, and you know, and how what he stands for and everything. He's like the best, you know, considerably the best Robin in my opinion, but the best like leader slash mentor to a whole bunch of different heroes and stuff. Because he was trained under Batman, but he was also like uh, I guess in a sense he was a guy without fear. Really, like he was never affected. I don't think. I want to say I don't think he was affected by Scarecrow's toxin like that. And also, he's never really been afraid of the Joker. He always made his little quips and stuff. But like, he's like the best thing that one of the best heroes that Batman that came under Batman, and I appreciate that, and I love his story and everything, and I really like the stories where it's them two together because it's like the contrast, like Leonardo and Raphael in a sense, like they both have their own ways about them, but they have their respect for each other and love for each other, like brothers would. You know what I'm saying? But that's enough about me rambling on and on and on about all my different heroes and stuff. Let me know who y'all's favorite heroes down in the comments below. And please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Be kind to someone, because you never know what they're dealing with. But alrighty, y'all take it easy. And I'll see ya tomorrow, because I'm going to make another video. Gonna take some pictures here soon, but really I gotta go to work, so they're probably gonna come out tomorrow. Anyway, take it easy.